Hello everyone, salutations. Okay, so today I'm going to begin with lesson number 3, computerized accounting with GST, SOP 1. Okay, so I'm going to practically perform the experiment step by step, and maybe the video will be longer because there are total 7 transactions as you can see. Okay, you have a company creation activity and then you have 7 voucher entries. Okay, so it may take time, the video will be longer. Now if this video is inconvenient to watch, okay, for a very long duration, okay, so you can just pause the video and save it. Okay, save it to watch later, and then you can watch continuing from the point where you stopped. Okay, so in that manner, however convenient to you, you can watch it. Okay, but I am not going to make a single question two-part video. Okay, a same question I'm going to cover up in a complete video. All right, because that's easy. Otherwise, second part of the video, people are able to locate, not able to locate. So that is another problem. All right, so I'm going to begin. Experiment is very simple. Okay, I'm going to use Tally ERP 9 software. It's easy to download. You can just go in Google search engine and type free download Tally ERP 9. Okay, so you will be able to download. After downloading, you will actually download the setup file. You have to run the setup file and install Tally ERP 9. Okay, but apart from Tally ERP 9, there are many other software suggestions given in the textbook like GNU Khata accounting, etc. Okay, SLB ledger and something like that. Okay, but most of us are familiar with Tally, so you can easily use the educational version of the Tally. Educational version is free to use. Okay, let's start. So first of all, I'm going to start the Tally application. Okay, so I am clicking on search and typing Tally. Now see, I have got Tally ERP 9. So I have to click on this and let the application open. Till then, we will read the question. So it is asking to create a company in the name of MS Bitwise Trading Company, and it is owned by Mr. Ravindra Kumar. Okay, and these details are provided. So we are going to start entering the details as it's given in the question. So you can see now this is the opening screen of the Tally, that is the startup menu has appeared. So it is telling you a lot of things. We are going to work with this work in educational mode. Okay, so now see, there are several things which are underlined here. This activation A key. Okay, A key is underlined. Every word suggests us a key. Okay, here we have W. That means you have to press a key combination of Alt and W. If the word is having a single underline, that means you have to use Alt key combination. Alt plus that particular letter you have to press from the keyboard. Okay, or simply you can give a mouse click also. And then there will be some shortcuts which will have double underline. Double underline suggests control. Single underline suggests alt. Okay. So you can give a mouse click also in this manner. I'll give an enter. Okay. So now, first of all, you are going to have a company creation screen. Okay. As you can see, a company creation screen. Okay. So that is company info. Initially, when you don't have any company created, first time you are going to create a company, you will get this type of menu. Okay, it will ask you to create company. It has several options. Now here you can see every option has a single letter highlighted. Okay, for example, for select company, S is highlighted. For login as a remote user, L is highlighted. What does it suggest? That means you can use that key from the keyboard to select that option, or a mouse click also, however comfortable. Okay, so for create company you have C, so I am pressing C from the keyboard. Okay, so now this is company creation screen. The directory means here in this location your company will be saved in the form of number. The folder, a folder will be created, probably it starts from 10,000. Okay, if it is a first company it is going to start from 10,000. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so C drive, users, public, tally, ERP9, and there is a date. Very sorry. There is a data folder inside that. So inside the data folder, a folder will be created with the number 10,000 and this company is going to be saved inside that. Okay, I'll show you that location also, but at the end of the practical. Okay, so now you have to enter the name of the company as given in the question. The question is given MS Bitwise Trading Company. So we'll enter that MS Trading Company. All right, press enter and you are getting mailing name. Mailing name, it can be different, but if it is same, no problem. Address is given in the question. Whatever details are given in the question, you will enter. Address is 102 MG Road, Bhavna Nagar, Latur. Okay, and pin code is also provided, but for pin code there is a separate mentioning. Okay, so we will mention pin code over there. Okay, so it was 102 MG Road. Now try to copy your question as much you can. It was 102 MG Road, comma M.G. Road, comma Bhavna Nagar and Latur. All right, done. Okay. Country is definitely India. State will be Maharashtra. I am typing MAH. Now you can see Maharashtra has appeared in that list and directly I am pressing enter. Okay. So that becomes simple. You don't have to enter the complete thing. Okay. Pin code. As it was given in the question, we will use that 413512. Okay. Now phone number, mobile number, it's not given in the question. So details which are not mentioned in the questions, you can skip that. Okay. Next is email ID and website. So email ID is info@bitwise.com. Info@bitwise. And website is bitwisetrading.com. Okay, now these previous three details are not mentioned in the question, so you can skip. Book beginning year. Okay, sorry. Book beginning year 1/4/2019 and financial year also it's same 1/4/2019, 1st April. See how the dates are mentioned. They are separated with hyphen. This is hyphen symbol. Okay, so we have to change the date 1/4/2019 and then okay. This is also 1/4/2019. Both are generally same. No more details to be entered. So, but here we have base currency information. If base currency information is printed in the question, then only you are going to change. Otherwise, whatever default is printed, you will be fine with that. Okay. Now, see how you can save this entries. Okay. Save these entries. You have done some entries. Okay. So you can do enter and enter each and every detail and then accept. Okay, after coming at the last point, that is number of decimal places for amount in words. Okay, here that 2 to the detail you are going to press enter, it is going to ask accept, yes, no. You have to click on enter. okay, or click on yes, then the company will be created. Otherwise, if that takes time because you are entering each and every record, okay, so that is, if that is time consuming, you can use a shortcut called control A. Okay, now see, I'll just press control A, all these entries will be saved. That means it saves entire thing, whatever is available in the screen. I'm pressing control A. See, the company is created. You can see over here. In the left side, you can see MS Bitwise Trading Company. Okay. Now, once a company is created, you can see at the right side, you have Gateway of Tally menu. Okay. Now, next time when I am going to use this Tally software, I will not get company info because a company already exists. You can continue working in that company, and if you want to create a new company, you can use these options which are available on the right side. Dark green panel, lot of options are available over here. Okay, now see all these options for, this is F1. Okay, for selecting a company, if you have more than one company is created, you can select a particular company and work in that. Then shut company, if you want to switch from one company to another, close the previous company and go in a new company, already created company or new company, you can use this shortcut. Then F2 for date. Now this F2 is having a single underline. What does it suggest? It suggests use Alt plus F2. Okay, I hope so you have understood. Now there was one detail in the question, that is account with inventory. And during company creation, there was no mentioning regarding how to maintain the company. There are two ways to maintain a company: accounts only and account with inventory. Okay, so account only will allow you to create only accounting vouchers, no inventory vouchers. Inventory vouchers means purchase order, sales order, invoice, all those entries also you can do. But if you have accounts only, then you will be able to use only accounting vouchers. Okay, but the question tells us maintain the company with accounts with inventory. Now, how to do that? If it was not given in the question, how will we do this entry or check this entry? You have two options called F11 and F12. I'm pointing my mouse over here. You can see F11 is for features of the company and F12 is for the configuration of the company. Okay. So I have clicked on F11. It says company features menu and accounting features. I'm clicking A. You can see this first option. It has lot of details, as you can see. And not only one, many tabs are there: accounting tab, inventory, statutory, TSS add-ons, and many other things. Okay, related to one company, you can do all these settings. Okay, so pay attention to this. It says maintain accounts only. By default, it is no. That means by default, it is accounts with inventory. That means whatever was given in the question is by default. It's by default accounts with inventory. In the question, if it was maintain accounts only, then we have to make this change. Instead of no, we have to type yes and then save this screen. Okay, but since it is accounts with inventory, we are not going to do any change. So I hope so you have understood how to make sure whether your account is maintained with accounts only or accounts with inventory. You have to check in F11 features. Okay, and if change is needed, you have to make a change. Otherwise, let it remain. For this, it's okay. No is what we need. Okay, that means the accounts, the company is maintained with accounts only as well as inventory. Okay, so I'm not going to enter. That is time consuming. I'm going to use the shortcut, as I told you, control A. Done. Okay. Now come back to Gateway of Tally. Here you can make out how many times you have to click the escape button. You have to click the escape button to come to the main Gateway of Tally. You have to click it once because company features just above we have Gateway of Tally. That means we have to click escape only once. Now see, I pressed escape once and I am in main gateway of Tally. So the account is ready. Sorry, company is ready. Okay, company is ready. Now we are ready to do our voucher entries. Okay. Now see, these are the 7 statements. Business started business with cash. So you have to read every statement and identify which voucher should be selected for a particular transaction or a particular entry. Okay. And you have to also follow date wise. You have to enter the date in that particular voucher also. In textbook, all the explanation how to identify which transaction needs which voucher entry. There are different types of voucher like contra, purchase, sales, okay, etc. Payment voucher, okay, debit note, credit note. All these explanations are given in the textbook, okay. So you can read from there. And in vouchers, we generally do ledger entries. That means each and every entries, single entries that we are passing in the voucher, they are actually ledgers. So you can first create the ledgers and then do the voucher entries. Otherwise, in the voucher creations screen itself, you can create the ledgers as per your requirement. Okay, so we are going to follow the second way. Okay, so let's start. Now, regarding ledger, if you want to create ledger, ledger should be entered in predefined groups. Tally has total 28 predefined groups in which 15 are primary and remaining 13 are secondary group. Okay, you can get the list of all the groups. It's available in the Tally itself. You can see accounts info. Okay, I'm pressing A and C. I'm pressing G once again. And there is an option known as single group, multiple group. You can display the name of the groups. So under multiple groups, I'm going to display. For display, I have a shortcut I. I'll press I. Now see, these are the total 28 groups available in. Okay. So according to the ledger, means whichever ledger you are creating, it should be entered in appropriate groups. Okay, for example, there is a capital account, you have to enter that in capital account. If there is any expense related to office, it should be entered in indirect expense. Any expense related to factory should be entered in direct expense. Okay, so all these things I'm going to tell you as per this practical. As per this practical, I'm going to explain everything in detail. All right. So how many times I need to escape to reach to gateway of Tally? You can see we are in groups. We have to go to accounts info and then we can go in gateway of Tally. That means we have to press escape twice. I am pressing escape twice. Now I am in gateway of Tally. All right. So now we will start creating vouchers. See, accounting vouchers. Okay. So you can press V. Now see, I have pressed V. Now this is what you can see. You read this accounting voucher creation. Okay. And these are the types of accounting voucher. That is F4 for contra. Contra means all bank related entries you can put in contra voucher. Payment, anything related to payment. Paid salary, okay, paid amount for settling account. All this payment word, paid word, it means you have to do that entry in payment voucher. Receipt voucher means anything you have received. Okay, then received payment, then received interest from the bank. Okay, all these entries you must do in receipt voucher. Journal voucher is for adjustment entries. Okay, that means if there is a transaction for which you cannot decide a particular voucher, you can enter that voucher as an adjustment entry in journal voucher. Okay, and then also depreciation. Depreciation entries also can be made in journal voucher. Sales voucher, anything sold by the company, either it is on credit or cash, okay, can be entered in sales. Credit note, debit note, it's explained in the textbook in detail. Purchase Yes, purchase means anything you are going to purchase on credit or cash. Okay, can be entered in the purchase voucher. Okay, now before that, you have to confirm whether all the voucher screen. Now, as you can see, this is a payment voucher screen where you have the debit and credit side. This is known as double entry system. You have to confirm whether your voucher, okay, voucher screen are available in double entry system or not. So what to do? You can go in F12, that is F12 stands for configuration. Okay. So here it says skip date. No, no, we are not going to skip date. Use payment. No. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back. Okay. I'm quitting this screen and again I'm going to configuration. Okay. And let's go in general. No, not in general. Voucher entry. Let's go in voucher entry. So press V. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I was talking about this voucher entry. Okay. So you have to confirm whether the vouchers are in double entry system. Okay. So see here, third, third one, third one, as well as the second one. Second one tells skip. First one tells skip the date. No, we want to enter the date. And it tells skip date field during creation, and by default it is yes, but if you want you can enter, so no problem regarding that. Second says use single entry mode for payment receipt contra vouchers, and it says no. Okay, so it's fine, it's fine. Okay, if you select yes they will become single entry mode, but with double entry mode it's more clear, it's more clear to do the entry, so it should be in double entry mode, and if it is no it's fine. Then next is use payment receipt as contra voucher. No, that is fine, that is fine. So use credit and debit. Fourth one, fourth criteria, use debit credit instead of to buy during entry. Says yes, yes, we want in debit and credit only, we don't want to and buy. Debit and credit are more clear to understand, I'll explain you how. Okay, other settings also can be done, you can read according to the requirement, you can do these settings. Okay, so these settings are fine, I just told you. Now see, if you have a older version of the tally with no ERP, okay, so those changes you have to make. They may be by default yes, you have to make it no, possibly. Okay, but in tally ERP9 by default all these settings are already done, you just need to check if the settings are fine or not as per our requirement. Okay, but if you are using the older version of the tally, then you have to do these settings, but I don't think so older version of the tally will be suitable for this lesson. Yes, for SOP1 it will be fine, because SOP1 does not have GST entries. For GST entries you will definitely need tally ERP9. Okay, all right, let's begin. So we are going to start with the voucher entries now. I hope so you have understood these basic things. So let us begin the voucher entries. I'm pressing escape. Now I have to start the voucher entries. So V, accounting voucher entries. Okay. So I gave you a briefing about all this, uh, how these vouchers can be used for different transactions. Now let's apply the knowledge. Okay. So first of all, on 1st April 2019, Mr. Ravindra Kumar started business with cash. Okay, so how to understand this entry? Now you need capital to start a business. Okay, so you have to understand in every transaction, in every statement, you have to identify what is the debit and what is the credit. Okay, you have to understand where the debit is going and where the credit is happening. Okay, so that should be understood, and I'll tell you clearly. always uh, giver, the giver should be credited and the receiver should be debited. That is a rule you follow. Okay. So you have to understand the flow, the direction of the cash, direction of the cash flow. The one who gives, the one who pays should be credited, and the one who receives should be debited. Okay, you can draw an arrow in your notebook. Okay, so the part of the arrow, wherever the arrow is going, that means there is the cash flow is moving over there. Okay, and in each side of the arrow you can write two parties, name of the two parties or name of the two accounts, from where to where account flow of money is going on. Okay, so in this statement you are having two accounts, that is the cash account and the capital account. Okay, that means Mr. Ravindran has taken money from his capital account and transferred into the cash account of the company. The name of the company is Bitwise. Okay, so the flow of cash is from capital account to the cash account of the company. And I told you the one who receives, that means cash account has received money, so cash account will be debited, and capital account has given the money. Those who give, credit them. Okay, so in this manner you are going to understand how to credit and debit. So as I discussed, let's start the entry. Okay, so it is related to receiving money. This was means starting business, receiving cash means you have received amount, so receipt. In receipt voucher you are going to do the entry. Now it says, first of all you have to check the date. The date was 1st April 2019. It's fine, we don't have to change the date. Then credit whom? Credit the capital account, because capital, from capital account money is taken. Okay, the money is given by capital account to the cash account, so one who gives, credit them. Okay, the one who gives money, credit. One who receives money, debit them. But right now we don't have capital ledger, so we have to create capital ledger. We are in accounting voucher creation screen. From here only we are going to create the ledger as per our requirement and finish our entries. You can use the shortcut, you can write somewhere. I told you about two shortcuts. To select the complete screen, use the shortcut Control A. To create to create ledger in voucher entry screen. Now this is voucher entry screen. Okay, let it be accounting voucher or inventory voucher. From any kind of voucher entry screen, if you want to create a ledger on the spot, you can use the shortcut Alt C. Now I'm going to use the shortcut Alt C. See, now a ledger creation screen is open. Okay, so I'll create a ledger capital account. You can write A/C or account entire spelling as you want. Alias you can leave it. Okay, alias name like a pet name. Okay, but right now we don't want to give any alias. Capital account, under capital account it's fine. Okay, you already have a capital account predefined. Okay, so see, you are creating ledger so that you can do single statements in the voucher entry. Okay, single entry represents ledgers, and these ledgers must be entered in correct group. Okay, now I'm not going to make other entries because none other entries are mentioned in the question. So I'm going to select this screen completely. Use the shortcut Control A. Done. How much money from the capital account was taken? 5 lakhs, I think so. So 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Debit whom? Who received the money? Cash received the money, cash account. Now, you don't have to create a ledger for cash. Whenever you create a company, two ledgers are by default created. That is cash and profit and loss account. These two ledgers are by default created. Okay, so there is no requirement of creating a cash ledger. Just like we created a capital account ledger, it's not needed to create a cash ledger. See, it's already available. You can see list of ledger accounts. So you will select cash and the amount is debited here. This is known as double entry system. I hope so you have understood. So our first entry is successfully done. You can do enter, enter, enter. Okay, now see, it will ask accept, yes. Okay, you can use your mouse and click on yes, otherwise click enter. Now here what do you read? Receipt number 2. That means first entry was done. Okay. Now let's go back to the question and see, do you have a change in the date? No. It is 1st April 2019 and the statement is purchased goods from Sharda Steel Works on credit. Okay, let it be credit, let it be debit, cash. Let it be credit, let it be cash. If it is cash, okay, you have to mention cash account. Okay, there should be mentioning of cash account, depends. Okay, but now who do we have? We have purchasing activity. With whom? Sharda Steel. So money is going from our purchase account to the Sharda Steel account. We have to pay money. Bitwise Trading Company has to pay. So Bitwise Trading Company has a purchase account from where it has to pay to the Sharda Steel. So the direction of money is going from purchase account to Sharda Steel. So credit the purchase, debit the purchase account and credit the purchase account. Okay. Here purchase rule works like that. Okay. Now these are the accounting basics. You have to debit the, it's given in the textbook also. It's explained in the textbook also. Whenever you have a purchase related transaction, you always have to debit the purchase account and credit the giver, not the giver from where you have purchased. Okay, CR, that is credit the account from where you are purchasing it. Okay, now why I will tell you, because you have to pay money to Sharda Steel. Pay money to Sharda Steel, that means Sharda becomes a creditor. Okay, let us start the entry for that. So it is going to be a purchase. Now see, this is the purchase voucher. Okay, so it has several details. The date is 1st April only, so we are not going to change any date. It is asking for supplier invoice number. There is no detail of that, so just skip that. I'll press enter. There is no separate date. Skip that, enter. Party account name. So right now we don't have any ledger related to the Sharda Steel. Okay, so we have to create a ledger for Sharda Steel. Okay, so Alt C. Alt C is the shortcut to create ledger in the accounting screen. Okay, so now I'll create Sharda Steel account. Okay, now see, we do two type of transactions, like we sell somebody, sell something to somebody, and we purchase something from somebody. Whenever we sell some goods, okay, so to whom we sold the goods becomes debtor, and from where we purchase becomes creditor. Okay, that's why this rule is followed, that from where we purchase it, we always have to credit them. Okay, so here we are going to follow the group. Which group should we follow? Sundry creditor. Okay, because we have to credit whose account? We have to credit Sharda Steel's account. That is why debit will have purchase, because both cannot have credit. Okay, so one has to become debit. So sundry creditor. Okay, because we have to pay to the Sharda Steel. I hope so that is clear to you. None other details we need to enter. So control A to select the screen. Now here also one screen has appeared, but we don't have any other detail regarding this. So Control A. Purchase ledger. Okay, so we don't have purchase ledger. We have to create a purchase ledger. Purchase ledger should have purchase account. Okay, purchase ledger should have purchase account. Okay, so create the ledger. Use the shortcut Alt C. Then purchase purchase account purchase account under purchase account. Okay, no other details need to be entered. Control A, select. Okay, so what is sold? What is sold? Now I hope so you have understood we don't have credit and debit side over here. Okay, this is a single entry system. Now Tally ERP 9 has purchase and sales. Purchase and sales voucher in this pattern only. The format of the voucher in purchase and sales is in this manner only. Okay, so that means it is little bit flexible. It is little bit flexible. It does not completely follows the rule of the double entry system. Okay, that means little bit flexible. You can do the entries depending on you. How do you understand that entry? Okay. Now, but the main thing is the important accounts between whom the transaction is happening. Just like we discussed, transaction took place between the purchase account of the Bitwise Trading Company and Sharda Steel Company, where we have to pay to the Sharda Steel Company. Sharda Steel Company got credit, so our purchase account got debit. Okay. Now, what did we what did we sell? No, we didn't sell, we have purchased, correct? We have purchased goods, but what goods? They didn't mention, but we have to create a stock item regarding that. Okay, so Alt C. So goods is not mentioned, so we will just type goods. Goods are purchased, okay? Rest all entries, we will just select the whole screen as it is Control A. So how much amount goods did you purchase? 20,000. I think so. I'll just check it once. Yes, it's 20,000. Okay, so see, main two parties are mentioned over here. Sharda Steel account and our company, that is Bitwise Trading Company's account, purchase account. Okay, and what item was sold by Sharda? Some goods was sold. Okay, if there is mentioning of the goods, you can enter that particular goods name in the stock entry screen. Okay, stock creation screen. So we entered goods and entered the amount. Simple. Okay, now it's over. Control A. Done. Second entry also done. Now third entry is paid salary to staff, and the date is 2nd May 2019. Paid salary to the staff. Okay, so probably the now it's not said how the salary is paid. Probably the salaries are paid with cash. Okay, because see, where do we have company's capital right now? We have in the cash account. Okay, 5,000 was deposited in the cash account of the company, so we have to take money from there and provide it to the staff as salary. So now there are two accounts, cash account and salary account. Money is flowing from where to where? It's flowing from cash account to the salary account. Okay, so whoever gives, credit them, whoever receives, debit them. Money went from cash, so cash will get credit. Money went to salary account, salary will get debit. Okay, one who gives credit. But that rule just acts differently during purchase. Okay, because I told you whenever you are purchasing something, you have to pay to somebody. Okay, so one whom you have to pay, they will get credit. That's why purchase account gets debit. That is only the little bit difference. Now payment. Okay, you have to paid salary. You paid salary, so payment. First of all, you have to start the payment voucher. Now decide who will get debit and who will get credit. Now as you can see, this is again the double entry system, because you have got dr cr, that means it is double entry system. Dr is for debit. Who will be debited? Salary will be debited, cash will be credited. Okay, but we don't have salary ledger. We have to create the salary ledger. So create the ledger. Alt C, salary account. Now salary account, where to enter, in which group you should enter. I told you salary is related to office, official work. Some official person must have calculated the salary, so it's related to office. So anything, any expense related to office is indirect expense. Okay, so a salary will get entry under indirect expense. Rest all details are fine. Control A. Okay, how much salary was given in the salary account? 5,000. Okay, who credited? From where did we provide the salary? From the cash. Cash is already available. Okay, so now you can see the current balances. In salary account, you have current balance as 5,000, and cash you have 4,95,000. Okay, all right. So now this entry is over. You can enter, except otherwise. Control A. Okay, I think so. We didn't change the date. Okay. All right. We can change the date. I'll show you the process later. Okay. So you should be careful, because I'm explaining each and every step. That's why maybe I didn't remember to change the date. But I'll show you how to change the date if you have missed. Okay, just like I missed now. No problem. Okay, let's go to the fourth entry. So I'll mark this entry. Okay. Okay, I have marked this entry. I have to change the date in this third entry. I'll do it. I'll show you later. Let me complete all the entries, then we will come back. So our next statement is contra ha cash deposited into Bank of India. So there is a name of bank. Wherever bank related entries you have to enter in contra voucher. Okay. So first of all, let's go to the contra voucher and let's change the date quickly. Otherwise, let us not forget to change the date this time. 1/6/2019. Okay, I'll show. Contra, first change the date, go to F2 date. Okay, it was 1/6/2019 and enter. Okay, so now where is the flow of cash? From our cash account, that means from the company's cash account. Company's cash account, money has to go in Bank of India. So money will be credited from cash account of Bitwise Trading Company, and Bank of India account will have a debit. Okay, so first we have credit CR, that means credit the cash account. Okay, so date we have changed. Now cash. Okay, so how much? 50,000. And debit Bank of India. We don't have a ledger of Bank of India. If we had it, it would have shown here in the list of ledgers, but we don't have. So we have to create bank, or simply BOI account, or you can type the complete name if you want. Bank account will go in bank account only. Okay, there is a group called bank account. Okay, rest all details we don't have, so control A, save it. Okay, so credit debit matched. So this entry is also done. Okay. So control A. You can do enter also. Now next entry we will see. Next statement is 2/6, that is 2nd June, sold goods to Rakesh Enterprise on cash. Okay, so here we have to use two parties. Two parties, that is cash and Rakesh Enterprise. The previous entry regarding the Sharda Steel was on credit. That means payment can be done later also. That's why cash account was not debited. Purchase account was debited because you can provide that amount 20,000. You can put it in the cash account, okay, or maintain it separately, okay. But credit means you can do the payment later. That's why it's directly not debited from the cash account. That's why the entry was made in the purchase account. But here it clearly tells that sold goods to Rakesh Enterprises on cash. That means two parties. Okay. Rakesh and cash account of Bitwise Trading Company. Okay. Now who has to pay money? Rakesh Enterprise will pay to us on cash. That means Rakesh Enterprise is going to pay us 25,500, and that cash, where it will go? Where it will go? It will go in the cash account of Bitwise Trading Company. Okay. So two parties here, Rakesh Enterprise and cash. So who will get debit? Who will get credit? Rakesh Enterprise is giving money. So Rakesh Enterprise will get credit. Okay, and our cash account, that means Bitwise Trading cash account, will get debit. Understand the flow of the cash. Okay, so Rakesh is giving money, so Rakesh will get credit. Okay, and sales, sorry, cash. Okay, but here you can mention Rakesh Enterprise also, but as well as you can also use sales account of the company. Sales account of the company, okay, because you have a purchase account and people also maintain sales account separately. So whatever Rakesh is going to pay, it will be first entered in the sales account of the company, correct, because that is a sale that was done. So from sales account, money will flow to the cash account of the company. So in that manner also, credit will be given to the sales, because sales, from sales money is taken, so whoever gives money gets credit. Okay, so in these two ways the transaction can be done, either between Rakesh Enterprise and cash, or either between sales account and the cash. Okay, but the more appropriate will be to follow sales and cash, because every company maintains purchase accounts as well as sales account. They have to maintain a record how much purchase was done, how much sales was done. Okay, so in that sense this should be more proper to use, that is sales account and the cash account. Okay, so I told you two possibilities and the correct one to select. Okay, so first of all, go to the sales. As I told you, sales will also be in single entry system like this. Okay, so reference number nothing, it's given in the question, so press enter. Now party name. Party name, okay, because cash will receive. Cash will be received by Bitwise Trading Company. It will go into the cash account. Okay, the amount should be put into the cash. So you can choose cash account. Okay, and no other detail need to be given. Control A. Okay, so sales ledger will have sales account. Okay, so sales account, alt C, you have to create. We didn't create sales account. Okay, so sales, all right, sales under sales account. Rest all details we will just control A, select everything. Okay, so here I told you two possibilities. In party name, you can, people do like this, they also enter the real party name, that is Rakesh. Here it is Rakesh Enterprise. Okay, and the transaction was done with the sales account of the company. That is also fine, no problem with that. Okay, you can follow here Rakesh to sales, otherwise cash to sales, anyway it's correct. Okay, no problem. So what sale was done? Okay, see the question. because you have to consider the stock, which stock was. So it is just goods. Okay, it doesn't mention anything. So goods, we have already created a stock called goods. Okay, and we sold it for 25,500. Okay, in this way this entry can be done. Control A, done. Again I forgot to change the date. Oh my god, we have to see for that also. Now this entry also we have to check the date. It's better we change the date and then come back. Okay, so now, so we did two mistakes. First of all we have to rectify those mistakes. Okay, now I'll tell you how to rectify the mistakes. Go in the display option. Okay, you have these options called account books, inventory books. Okay, so I'll go in account books. Okay, see here you have cash book, bank book, or you can simply go in the ledger. It will show you the list of ledgers that you have created. Okay, so first mistake was here, that is depositing of salary. So where the salary was deposited in the salary account, so you can just click on the salary account and see. Okay, this payment voucher, the date is 1/4/2019. Here we have to change the date to 5/2019. So we will do it. Okay, press enter. Now you can change the date. Okay, now see, I'll give F2 and it's 2/5/2019. Okay, enter. Done. Now control A. Select everything. Done. Okay, so our first mistake rectified. Now let's escape. Okay, now let's try to see, we did our entry in sales account. Okay, we have sales account. Enter. So click enter and open this voucher and change the date to 2/6/2019. It's 1/6/2019. We have to change it. Go to the date 2/6/2019. Okay, it automatically came because it's after 1/6/2019. So enter. Done. Okay, correction done. Control A, save it. Okay, so you will say why it vanished, because we changed the date. Okay, it didn't vanish, it didn't go away, it's there. Okay, escape. Now let's finish our last two entries and let us remember the date. Escape, escape, escape. Come to the main gateway of Tally. I escaped 3 times. I'm again going to the accounting voucher V. Okay, so the sales was done. Now next is last two entries. Okay, purchased machinery. So purchase machinery from whom? No idea. 10,000 was spent to purchase the machinery. Okay, now again here also purchase account of the company, and I think so here credit is not mentioned. Since credit is not mentioned, we have to consider cash. Okay, and the party name is also not mentioned. So cash, from cash account we have to uh, take the money and give it to machinery account. We have to maintain an account called machinery. Okay, so we have to give it to machinery account. Okay, from there payment can be taken away. All right, so let's begin. First of all, we will go to the purchase voucher and change the date to 7/2019. Purchase and change the date to 7/2019. All right, date is changed. Party name. Party name is not given in the question. Okay, so cash. From cash only, from the company's cash account, you have to take the money and pay it for the machinery. So cash. Control A. No other details known to us, so control A. Purchase ledger. Yes, purchase ledger is there already. Okay, so you can give it to the purchase account, or you can separately create a machinery. Okay, so but mostly in purchase ledger you consider purchase account. Okay, and you have to create a I mean let's go I'll see stock. You have to create a stock known as machinery. Control A, how much amount of machinery was purchased? 10,000. Okay, this because this is single entry system, so it is little bit flexible. Now this here I have mentioned transaction between cash and purchase account. Okay, you can also mention between cash and the machinery account. Okay, cash and the machinery account, but here in the name of the item what you are going to mention. Okay, what you are going to mention. So in case if you are following just like I followed cash with purchase account. Okay, and in name of the item I mentioned machinery. But if you are going to follow cash with machinery, then here in name of the item you have to create a item called machinery for the company with little bit different name. Okay, little bit different stock item name, and the entry can also be done in that manner also. Okay, let's try that also. So I'll backscape. Okay, if you have done any mistake, you can go back with the help of backscape. Okay, so now here if you don't want the purchase account, and here if you want machinery, control A. Okay, here you want machinery, so alt C, create the ledger machinery. Because the stock name is machinery, I will give it a little bit different name. Try to give a little bit different name. Let's see what happens. Okay. And machinery should be under fixed assets. Control A. Okay. Spelling mistake. What spelling mistake? Okay. So that is not allowed. That is also not allowed. In purchase ledger, you can enter purchase account only. So that possibility, what we were thinking, cannot be done. So you have to follow in this manner only. That's not allowed. Okay. In purchase ledger, purchase account should be entered, and if you are doing in sales ledger, so sorry, sales voucher, so wherever there is sales ledger you have to enter sales account only. So this is fine. Okay, machinery, this is fine, this is not a problem. And let's enter the amount 10,000 and control A, done. Okay, last entry, received interest on cash deposited in Bank of India. Okay, so first of all, you have to consider two accounts. First is Bank of India, and one account you have to create interest account. Okay, interest account, and that interest will be indirect income. It is not a direct income. You deposited money and then from there you earned interest. Okay, so it's not a direct income, it's indirect income. Okay, but transaction can also be done between the cash account of the company and interest account. Both ways it can be done. I told you two possibilities, um, from interest account to Bank of India, and then interest account to cash account of the company. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, let's consider the date, that is 2nd December 2019, and received means receipt voucher. 2019 in the receipt voucher. Let's go. So this is the receipt voucher. First of all, change the date to 12/2019. Done. Now you do the credit debit properly. Okay. So money came from where? From the interest account. To where? To the cash account of the company. Okay. So first of all, credit whom? Who gave the money? Interest account gave the money to the cash account of the company. Okay, because we have received interest, so it will be first saved. It will be not directly saved in the cash account. From where we got the interest? We got interest from Bank of India. Okay, so Bank of India gave us interest, so that will be maintained in our company's interest account. Okay, so I'll see create interest account, and then interest account, as I told you, it's income indirect income. Okay, then control A, select everything. How much interest did you get? 2000. Okay, and where the money was deposited in cash, so cash will get debit. Okay, cash account of the company. Okay, this transaction is also done. Control A, done. So all the 7 entries are done. And as I made 2 mistakes, I also shown you how to rectify the mistakes. Okay, so in case you forget to change the date, you can go in the ledgers, list of ledgers, where I told you it's in the display day book. Sorry, not day book, cash book, bank book, or otherwise you will find a option. Okay, I'll show you once again. Where did we go? We went in the display option, and then we went in accounts book. Here you have the option of ledgers. So in every ledger you can find which date, which ledger was which voucher was entered. From there, if you want, you can make changes. Okay, all right, so all these entries are done. Now the last step is to check this report, that is trial balance, profit and loss account, balance sheet and day book. Okay, most of these options are available in the these two options, that is trial balance and day book, are available in the display menu. So let's, I think so we are in the display menu only. Escape, see here, trial balance and day book. Okay, so this is the trial balance. Okay. Now next is the day book, that's available in the display menu. Okay, trial balance and day book. Okay, so this is the day book. Okay, it shows our receipt voucher, two receipt vouchers it shows. All right, escape. You can open and see those vouchers also. Okay, then these reports, balance sheet and profit and loss account are here itself in front under report section. This is the balance sheet. Okay, and opening and okay, so we have a difference, and then profit and loss account. Okay, so it shows, like I can see and little bit understand that we have loss. Okay, so the company has incurred loss, and gross profit nothing. Okay, in this way this practical is done. You can follow these steps. Okay, now one thing I'll tell you, I'll not quit now. Okay, one thing I'll tell you, I have seen many teachers performing different experiments. Okay, and some teachers follow some different way. Okay, so no problem if any teacher, the way any teacher is teaching, you can follow in that manner also. Okay, because there I can literally see the difference in opinion between two experts of tally. So it's not a problem. It's not a problem. You can follow whatever you feel logically correct. Okay, but this is how you can follow. If any other teacher is telling in some different manner, that is also correct, and this is also fine, no problem. The way I executed is also fine. You can follow this also, or your college teacher also, no problem. Okay, so you can see this demonstration and enter in your journal. Now what you are going to enter in the journal? In the journal you are going to enter the steps given for company creation, for ledger creation, list of ledgers, and steps for the voucher entry. See, it's given in the textbook in this manner. Okay, in textbook they have totally explained how to perform the practical with one example they give. Okay, so there are a lot of demonstration steps given in the textbook. The textbook is designed very nicely compared to the last year. Okay, see here in page number 44 you can see how these transactions are explained. See how the transactions are explained, how where in which account debit should happen, where credit should happen. Okay, from here also you can read and understand. And then this is the explanation of different vouchers. Okay, so this was about the GST, and these are different accounting packages which you can download and freely use. Okay, list of different packages. Now here different types of report, which report is used for what purpose they have explained. Okay, so please read the textbook first. You will get some knowledge and then only you start performing the practical. Directly you don't start the practical. Before doing some practical, you need some theoretical knowledge also. Then only you will get clarity. Okay, then only you will completely relate to what you have studied in the theory. Okay, first read the lesson, know all the details, and then only start performing the practical. See here they have an example for which your statements are given. See how the steps are written. Okay, so you can write in the journal in this manner for the practical question. Okay, means wherever the name is there or there is change in the date, you can follow that as per the question. Then creation of ledger. Okay, this ledger creation step we actually didn't do this, we did it directly in the in the voucher creation screen only. We did the ledger entry as we needed. Okay, so a list of ledgers along with in which group as per the steps as I told you. Okay, you can note down and make a table like this to write in your journal, but referring to that question, SOP question. Okay, and then voucher entry steps are given. You can copy this voucher entry screen and then make a table in this manner. Okay, make a table in this manner and write the steps in this manner to view the reports. Okay, so the guidance is given in the textbook itself. You just have to read and modify according to the question. Okay, and each and every entry I have explained in detail and the possible different varieties also. And we also tried which are correct and which are not correct as per the Tally software. Because you saw one entry related to the machinery, we discussed two possibilities and one possibility was totally not working. Okay, whichever works fine, you do that. All right, so this should be actually also guided by the college teacher. Okay, so please try to write and you can perform with the steps as I demonstrated. I hope so this video was helpful to you. I'll stop the video. I know the video went long, but complete demonstration is also necessary instead of breaking them in small parts. Okay, so you can pause, save the video in your watch later list, and then watch next time whenever you want to continue from one point. Okay, so thank you everyone. I will try to make SOP videos of the other SOPs also, SOP 2, 3, 4, whatever they have given, but keeping in mind the reduction of the syllabus. Okay, reduction of the syllabus tells you have to perform only one practical from this lesson. That means this demonstration was enough for this lesson actually. Okay, so if possible I'll create for the other SOPs also. Okay, but for now, for this year, you have to follow only one SOP from this lesson. Okay, I hope so it's clear to you. So let's meet in the next video. Thank you everyone, take care. And if you like the video, please give a like, subscribe the channel, please subscribe the channel and give me suggestions to create other videos. Okay, and please subscribe the channel, share the video if you have liked it, share it with your friends. Okay, so we'll meet in the next video. Thank you very much, take care everyone.